Okay.
All right, you're driving.
Still temporary music, everybody.
Same dance every time. Roll the shoulders back. Roll forward. This is the rolling back now. What?
Oh, yeah.
What? And forward.
Anybody got any music suggestions that are royalty free? Hit us up.
Welcome back to another episode
'Cause we'll
of
tune
Seriously, featuring producer Harley. We got some new digs if you haven't noticed.
Super exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Stoked about this.
This
Took
was
us a while.
Adulting 101. We were looking for these chairs for what felt like ages.
And then when we found them, we still thought we had made the mistake.
Oh, yeah. We pounced on them immediately because we went to the Big Lots closeout sale.
First time in the Big Lots.
Gosh. Really?
First time in the Big Lots, at least that I can remember.
And the last because they're going out of business.
Yeah, pretty hectic.
But like going into a Big Lots, like, oh, that's my definition of just
Really, eh?
like a Big Lots or a Home Goods or an At Home, like,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't even put it into words what it does to your girl.
And I used to get annoyed, and now I'm the same.
Exactly.
I'm like, ooh, let's go to Home Goods. I don't like Home Goods as much because it's the store's a bit small.
Absolutely
it's just a little small.
not. Absolutely not.
At
There will
home
be
is
no
like a
Home Goods slander on the Seriously podcast.
At home is like a warehouse. So you've got more space to lollygag. But Home Goods, it's like, excuse me.
That's just because
sorry, can I get to this corduroy sofa here? I just want to see that. And then you feel like you're fighting each other because there's only like two of everything. So you see somebody else giving the eyes to like a couch that you want, and you're like, I will cut you.
Yeah, should we tell the story about the side table?
Yeah, we could.
Because that's exactly what happened. It was the Hunger Games of the side tables.
Yeah, true. So requirements for this is that it needs to be square. It needs to be able to mount microphones to, and it needs to be able to not fall over when microphones are mounted to it. And I found the perfect little doodah. And as I'm walking out the store, I see one that I think is better.
It's bigger.
Slightly bigger.
Darker wood.
Better quality wood.
Yeah.
Same price.
Yeah.
I'm like, no brainer.
Right.
Showed you and you were like, yeah. Get home, set this whole situation up. One, the wood doesn't match nearly as close as we thought. And two, can you hear that?
What?
Wow, I think I just hallucinated.
What?
I could hear crickets. And I thought it was this thing.
Yeah, you definitely
Okay.
just hallucinated.
Anyway, so we come home and it just didn't work out. It was also too tall. It was pretty tall. And so I think to myself, look, I'm in the groove. Let me just go back and exchange it.
And get the
Because
other table that was identical. It was smaller. It matched this wood better.
And there were two of them.
There were two of them.
So it's been approximately 2 to 3 hours since we had been there because I did end up lollygagging at home before I got back there. And they're both gone.
Unbelievable.
So I ended up returning it and getting this bad boy from Amazon.com for $20.
$20. And what, you were so excited because what? It's like real bamboo or something?
It's not like the film or the
Sounds
stuff.
a little rough.
It's actual wood. It's actual bamboo. But yeah.
But I'm thankful for you setting up this whole entire room. It was like a process and a half.
Yeah, with your help as well. Thank you. We're struggling with space, and
we
it's
tried
just
to
a
do this in
reality.
our basement at first, and that was horrific. And like, this is how I know, David, that you are just the cream of the crop, really. My patience is like little to none. Like, if I get one iota of frustration or being flustered, my attitude goes down the drain. So like, and I'm working on it, okay? I'm self-aware enough to know that it's a me problem. So we're setting up these chairs in the basement, and I can already tell that it's just not going to work out because the chairs are they're too deep, right? And we don't have enough room in the basement to set it up the way I wanted. And I'm like, now we're going to have to take the chairs back. And blah. I was a little bit of a diva. But then I was like, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure
Harley,
He
Chill your
agreed.
beans.
He agreed that I was a diva. He wants to leave.
That's the
Producer
one
Harley
sad
is
thing
here.
about this room is we don't have Harley on the couch.
I know.
First 2 eps, we had him on there.
I know. He was sitting below this chair, but now he's staring at the door wanting to leave. But anyways, just wanted to say thank you for setting this up. You got this great tree.
Authentic tree, must water it, must feed it. It's real.
No, it's fake.
It's very real.
I feel like that's something that you have had to adjust to. And I don't know if it's a culture thing where in South Africa and in the UK, you guys had only real household plants. But here in the States, now that I'm older, I feel like I could handle, like a little window plant. But up until this moment in life, I've only ever gotten fake plants. And you're like not a fake plant kind of guy.
I would say it's just personal preference. There's people I know in South Africa and in the UK that have fake plants that don't want to look after plants. But I just, yes, I know. Plants. I got a good one for you later about accent problems. I got a new segment called accent problems.
Okay, well, tell me, you have about 18 sticky notes over there, and I just am wondering
we spend all our budget on the setup, and you are using my iPad, so my notes are on Post-its.
Okay, what's Post-it number 1?
Would you like to go to dinner tonight or tomorrow night?
What does the Post-it say?
Dinner.
Let me see it.
It just says dinner.
Show it to the camera, would
Or
you?
what I would say dinner.
Dinner? I would like to go to dinner tomorrow night.
Movie?
Oh. It depends.
If we can get in,
Yeah,
because
it
everything
depends.
lately has been crazy. Mufasa sold out, Wicked sold out.
Well, the problem is that in our old age, in our 30s, we are members of the Bougie Only Club. So if we're going to a movie, we're going to the movie with the recliner seats where they bring you dinner, straight up dinner, burger, whatever. We're not going to, the theater down the street. We're just not doing it.
No, but let's be honest. The theater down the street is like legit sketchy.
I know.
So it's not bougie or not bougie. It's like you may not come home.
Yeah.
Or you go ahead and have fun and still come home.
Yeah.
But that was my first thing. Yeah, let's have a little situation tomorrow before I go back to work.
Okay.
Wicked and a movie.
Wicked is the movie.
Wicked and a dinner.
Now, don't ruin this podcast with random urges of these, of that.
I will not. I
Okay.
will resist.
Post-it number 2.
Oh, this is a new segment. I don't have a track for it yet, but we'll get tracks. It's called What's Yours Is Mine.
Do it again.
What's yours is mine.
Okay, explain.
Basically, as a married couple, what's
yours is mine.
And we will pitch each other on things that we have either got an eye on to purchase or we've already purchased and we're asking forgiveness.
Okay, well, I feel like the only person that this is really going to apply to is you. Because I would say you're a bigger spender than I am. The only thing I spend money on is groceries, the occasional $25 Target sweater, and that's it.
You do love a Target sweater.
Gadget Dave is all day, every day, scrolling on Amazon looking for the next best gadget to buy.
That is very true. And this one this week is also a big gadget. It's a big gadget with 4 wheels.
Okay. Now let's set the scene because Dave hasn't told me what the gadget is yet, but he did send me a text message not too long ago that said what?
I have a proposal.
And I said, what?
And you said, what? And I said, no, I need you to be fed and well rested before I told you.
And why is that?
Because you can get a little hangry, you can get a little
testy, as I just
and
described.
you can shut me down after word 3 of a proposal.
That's not true. Well, yeah, that is true.
I figured, look, you're tired, you're going to get home, I'm going to let you eat, I'm going to let you take a nap, and then I'm going to pitch you. So we've now gotten way past that. I'm just going to pitch you anyway.
4 wheels?
4 wheels.
So you want a new car?
Yes, is the short answer.
Is it a dumpy pickup truck?
No, I've kind of gone in and out of that phase.
No. Because every single night when we get ready to go to bed, Dave goes down the YouTube rabbit hole. And 9 times out of 10, when I'm looking over to see what on earth is he watching at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's like, I'm Jim Bob here in Arkansas. Ready to show
Welcome back to Randy's Cars and Trucks. In this episode, we're looking at a second generation 1998 Ford Ranger. It's a 3.7 liter V6 four-wheel drive manual transmission. And I'm like, oh my gosh, get in my driveway. All I want to do is put Harley in the passenger seat of a second gen Ford Ranger with Billy Strings playing, and I'm just going to cruise. I don't care if it's minus 300 outside. The windows will be down. Harley's head will be out the window, and I'll just be singing or the Post Malone's new country album, whatever it is. I can't
What
wait.
Billy Strings song?
Actually, this is from the Post Malone album, MEXICO for me, and it's in the coconut tree.
Any other one? Because that doesn't sell me.
Sorry, can't think of any right now. Under pressure.
So you want a truck?
No, so here's the thing, right? Let me just say to anybody listening.
He's winding up, folks. He is winding up.
Let me just say to anybody listening that leasing a new vehicle is one of the most unwise financial decisions you could ever make. But one day, I get a text from my brother-in-law, actually, who is married to your sister. And he was telling me how people on Twitter are talking about how crazy Tesla leases are right now.
Don't even. You want a Cybertruck?
No, I do not want a
Okay.
Cybertruck. Now that would be a waste of money.
Okay, good.
For $299 a month, you can lease a brand new 2024 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive long range.
What's rear-wheel drive?
The wheels from the back is what drives the power.
Do you know we live in Northeast Ohio?
I know, but we are lucky enough to have an all-wheel drive vehicle, and we're looking to replace another two-wheel drive
Rear-wheel
No,
drive.
the one we have now is actually front rear.
Real drive. Wheels. Drives.
It has wheels and it drives. Anyway, I've got some math on the back of my postage here that I would just like to share with you. Let me just repeat to everybody. Leasing a vehicle is not a smart financial decision. However, one, I am not 100% certain that an EV, an electric vehicle, or a Tesla is the right thing for us. So a 3-year lease would be a great way to test that. Two, we work from home, both of us. We don't put a lot of miles on cars. So when we do go out, how great would it be to never be using gas? Because we would never take the Tesla beyond the 350-mile range it has on a road trip. I mean, maybe we would sometimes, but for the most part, we're driving within a 50-mile radius. So we would never, ever, ever use gas, right?
I can feel you getting more nervous as you continue to talk. Say your pitch. Come on. This is your Shark Tank moment.
And again, I think it's a stupid decision, but it's only a 3-year risk.
Now, you keep before every single point you say it's a stupid decision. It's a stupid decision. It's a stupid decision.
I'm not really helping my case here. So if you go onto Tesla.com, on the homepage, it's like $299 lease. Mm-hmm. They try and show you the lowest prices. They include the monthly gas saving, and they don't include taxes and fees. So I think that's stupid, and you shouldn't do your math that way. I see I'm educating at the same time here. Harley, get in the shot, sit your butt down, and help me here, brother. Look at him. See, he's helping me. He wants the Post-it note. So instead of $299 a month, it would actually be $355. See, I'm being wise, and I'm actually accounting for all the cost. Multiplied by 36 months gives you $12,780 over 3 years. So you're paying $12,000. Let's call it, I'll round up. We'll call it a $13,000 risk, which sounds so stupid. If you bought the vehicle, it would cost you $37,238 after the government incentives for having an electric vehicle. I've already lost you. I can see it on your face. After 3 years, this is a very conservative estimate that the value of the vehicle will depreciate by 35%. It's more likely 40 to 45%, but I'm being conservative here. Which means...
You wrote a lot on that Post-it note.
No, these are just crib notes. Look, see? So the vehicle will depreciate by $13,000 over 3 years, and the lease will cost $12,780. So let's say $13,000 each. it will cost you the same, because if you sold the vehicle after 3 years, you would sell it for about 13 grand less than you bought it for. So either way, it's going to cost you 13 grand, but you now are just not having to worry about selling the vehicle. Have I still got you?
Not really. If I'm being completely honest, like the 8th time that you said $13,000, I could no longer keep track with what you were trying to say.
You can lease the car over 3 years.
I'm a visual learner. You know this. Like, I need to see. Can I see the note? Yeah, let me see the note. Maybe if you explain the note, it'll be a little bit easier.
The top part is what it would cost to lease.
Yes, $12,780.
The bottom part is what you would pay to buy the vehicle after government incentives.
Yeah.
And
what's a government incentive?
So the government are giving people incentives to buy electric vehicles. So when you file your tax return, and if you've bought an electric vehicle, they'll give you $7.5 grand off your taxes.
Is that just because Elon Musk is like in with the big boss now, or?
No, that actually happened before that, but it's like a way to get people to stop buying gas cars.
Okay.
So price for the vehicle,
$24,000.
the price for the vehicle is actually 44 grand, but I've put the price after the incentive.
37.
Right.
Okay, and then what's this? Minus 381?
No, that is...
I don't know what that is.
That says minus 35%. That's the conservative estimate of the depreciation of the vehicle after 3 years.
Okay, you don't have to say the word slower. I know what it means.
And then the 24 grand there is how much you could sell the vehicle for after 3 years.
Okay.
Working out to be 13,000 less.
Okay.
So you would lose 13 grand, but you would have to sell the vehicle.
So I'm just confused on why you did this, because you're trying to show me that leasing it isn't really as bad as buying it.
Correct. That's what I'm showing you there. I'm showing you that it's way less risky, especially because when you're leasing, I mean, it's the same as buying it in the first 3 years, to be honest, but you get like the dealership warranty, and if anything goes wrong, you just take it to them, blah, 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 blah. But then we wouldn't have to worry about selling it after 3 years. We would just give it back. Or if we loved it, we could say, you know what, excuse me, I want to just buy it from you.
Okay, but don't you have to buy, because it doesn't take gas, so don't you have to buy something to charge it?
Okay, there are two kinds of chargers. The other charger, the cheaper charger is $210, and it just plugs into the wall.
Okay. And the more expensive charger
is $450.
Which one would you want? I know the answer.
If we're currently renting, so I would honestly stick with the cheaper one. I changed my mind about that.
And haven't they, like, I'm not trying to do like Tesla slander here, but haven't there been some issues? Is there any issues?
I mean, there's issues with all cars. But again...
But like big, flaming issues?
No, I think those... I mean, I guess...
Yeah. Maybe. Every so often, you know? Once or twice.
I guess I couldn't confirm.
Not verified.
Unverified.
Oh, gosh.
So can we lease a Tesla for 3 years?
Okay, well, I'm not as against it as I think you would think that
Wow.
I would say I'm more against the idea of the hoopty pickup truck than I am the Tesla.
Really?
But here's my dilemma with the Tesla.
Here's an interesting thing as well, though, is just buying an old pickup.
Leasing is a stupid decision, but now go ahead.
Buying an old hoopty truck would just cost us about 10 to 13,000 grand as well.
Right.
But we would have that for as long as it's life.
Okay, but here's my one.
I'm so stressed. I feel like I've just gone into battle.
You did your Shark Tanking. Okay, but my thing is that this would not even be, you would not even be coming to me asking me about this if it wasn't a deal.
You're right about that.
So you just want it because it's a deal. And a 13,000 deal is not a good deal to be made.
And to be honest, since I've written this down, I've thought about it a lot.
And you don't want it anymore.
No, that's not true. I do want it. I really do. And I actually was just at a place now where somebody had one and I was like, oof. I think I'm definitely like I've got the deal eyes where I'm like, oh, this is a good deal. We got to take advantage of it. There'll never be another deal again in the history of mankind. Untrue. But we have other priorities. We want to buy a house. And that's another big adult financial decision we need to make. And no matter whether you buy or lease the car, it's going to affect my credit profile. And if we're going to get a home loan, I don't want them to be seeing like random things in the most recent history, especially because I just immigrated here.
Right.
This gets a bit complicated, but when you've just immigrated to the US, your credit history is as old as you've been here for.
Right. So you don't have a lot of credit history.
I'm trying to get banks to trust me right now.
Yeah.
And my average age of accounts is like a year.
You're like an infant in their eyes.
Exactly.
Newborn.
Exactly.
Fresh out the womb.
I'm basically the equivalent of a 19-year-old.
Yeah. So no to the Tesla.
I think I just talked myself off the ledge.
Yeah, you came to that decision without me anyways. But yes, no, that was my thought. My first thought was the only reason you want it is because it is a deal on sale, if you will. And then my second thought is our priority is getting into a home, buying our own home. And I don't think we should be making any $13,000 purchases until we have our home where we can have our own little podcast studio.
You know what? I think you're right. And what's yours is mine this week. You win.
What's yours is mine, Tesla pitch. Ready? Oh, the Post-its are hard to rip. It's over.
I'm pretty sure I've got a womp, womp, womp on here.
I was very impressed with all of your math, though. Very impressed. Those are crickets.
I want people to know that leasing is dumb for the most part, but leasing a Tesla is really, really smart. Cool.
All right, what's next up on Post-it Roulette over there?
Okay, so I have accent problems. I need a jingle for that segment as well. I went to order a smoothie after the gym. Mm-hmm. And what are some of the words that like I struggle to get across? When we're ordering food or when whatever it is, what are like some of the words that are always...
What, like in the coffee drive-thru, you always have to fake your American accent. But What is it? Is it oat or iced?
Yeah, iced is a bad one because it almost sounds like I'm saying arsed. Iced. It's all the R's. Anyway, so I go and I look at the board and I see I'm looking for something rich in protein because I've just come from the gym, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I see, I don't want to say it because it's going to ruin the story. I see banana nut smoothie. And as soon as I say it in my mind, I'm like, I get all anxious that I'm about to order this because it's like a young like student.
Say it again.
And he's like, so what can I get you? And I'm like, can I get a banana nut smoothie? And then I like, can I get a banana nut smoothie? And I see him fake tapping on the thing.
He's not.
I promise you, as if he's heard me. And then his finger just stops. And he's like, what was that one again? I look up at it again. I say, banana nut smoothie. And he's like, oh, gotcha.
Banana.
Yeah, and then he says to me, what butter do you want?
What butter?
Like almond, peanut, because that's like part of the protein in the shake. And I'm like, now I've got to say almond butter.
How would you say it?
Butter.
Butter?
So I'm like, I'll get almond butter. And I can just see the wheels turning in his head. And I'm like, yes, I'd like a banana nut smoothie with almond butter, please. And I got it, but that was my accent problem of the week.
There wasn't any issues with your order?
No, order was fine. I kind of panicked and got vanilla flavored protein powder, which should have been chocolate because it was like banana nut chocolate.
Banana nut smoothie. How's my?
I mean, I'm saying it more South African than I am British.
Banana nut smoothie with almond butter.
The feeling I got when I looked at the name and I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to say banana. But I got through it and I'm learning. And that is one of the reasons why I just speak an American accent when I order stuff.
Give us your best American accent.
Hey, can I get a banana nut smoothie with almond butter, please?
Why don't you just start off on that foot?
I do. Honestly, I do most of the time.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't that day. I was really nervous as well. I should have just done it. When you hate it when we go to the coffee shops because we'll go to like Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru and I'll be like, yeah, can I get 2 almond milk lattes?
I'm used to it by now. The first time I like lost it, I couldn't handle it. Harley is gnawing on his foot like it's a chicken leg. So I feel like that means we need to wrap things up. You know what that means?
Seriously, word of the week. That's the outro.
We have to get some new music. My gosh,
I really need to
depressing a little bit.
set this up.
Do you have a Seriously Award of the Week?
I do not.
Oh, shocker.
I didn't realize we both had to bring one.
No, we don't. But I mean, I don't want it to be me every single time.
Well, if you've got one, shoot.
I have 2 Seriously Awards of the Week. And as soon as I say them
Bank
both,
the other one.
Yeah, I'll bank the other one. Because as soon as I say it, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know why. I didn't think of that one first. Just like
That's
that.
probably exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay, so.
Go on.
Yeah, the Seriously Award of the Week, I'm going to say one line. And I want you to guess what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it is something that happened between the two of us. The Seriously Award of the Week is stay on the line.
Stay on the line.
Stay on the line.
What?
Stay on the line. Stay on the line. Stay on the line.
I don't know what you're talking about.
David has a huge lollygagging procrastination problem where he gets vortex into these YouTube rabbit holes. Like I said, he's watching videos of trucks. It'll be midnight and I'm laying in my bed wondering, where is my husband and what is he doing?
Stay on the line.
I'll hear him tinkering about downstairs. And so finally, the other night, I was like, I can't go to bed until David... There he got it. There he got it. There he got it. There he got it. I'm like, I cannot go
Oh, that's funny.
to bed until my husband is in bed because, of course, when he comes in, he tries to be quiet and he tries to tiptoe around, but nothing is ever quiet. Ladies, you know, your husbands run through the house like an elephant on parade, like just ready to barge through any door.
I want to know what percentage of people, when you go to bed, the partner goes to bed.
We need to start. Because you wake me up every single time, and now that I've been duct taping my mouth shut at night, I can't even say anything to you whenever you come in.
I walk in and it looks like there's a hostage situation. You're laying on your back, your eye mask is on, and your mouth tape is on, and you're like,
Yeah. And on a really good day, I have the sock curlers in my hair. And
do you remember telling me last night, go to bed?
No.
Your mouth tape was over your thing. You saw me still on my iPad, and you were like, go to bed.
See? So it's midnight. Midnight rolls around. David is still not in bed. I can hear him downstairs because the basement is right under our bedroom. So I call him. No, I've texted him too, like 10 times at this point.
You call me more in this house than you do when I'm outside this house.
Because I'm telling you, like, get the show on the road, David, Michael. So I call David and I'm like, David, get to bed right now. Like, come upstairs. And what was your response?
Was I the one that said stay on the line?
Yeah. You said, stay on the line so I don't get sidetracked. Stay on the line, stay on the line. So I hear him get up. He's like rustling around downstairs. I hear him turn the faucet on. He's saying this to me over and over and over again as he's brushing his teeth, as he's putting on his moisturizer. Like, I literally hear him turn on the sink and go, stay on the line, start to brush. Please, just stay on the line to ensure that he would not tinker and lollygag any longer.
It's bad.
I had literally a 5-minute long phone call with David with him repeatedly telling me to stay on the line so that he would actually just come to bed like a normal human being.
One day I'll get there. Today I bought 5 milligram melatonin because I'm ready to just shut it down, baby.
Yeah, we got that 5 mgs.
I'm committing to it.
We got the Melly G's.
We went up a notch. We used to do the 1 mgs. Now we're on the 5 mgs.
We started popping 3 M1 mgs the other night. We were like,
we needed a bit more.
Yeah.
Shouldn't do it every night, but if you need it.
Seasoned professional. I used to pop the MGs every
Yeah, but that was when you were
night.
waking up at 4 to go to the radio.
I know. All right, well, good third episode.
I hope I've convinced everybody to buy a Tesla.
No, not us. Not in this household. Turn it up.
Harley, what do you think, son?
I'm sad. He was like not into it this episode at all.
He's just licking his feet right now. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Seriously?
Banana nut
Seriously.
smoothie. Banana nut.
We ain't buying your Tesla today, boy.